So far, so good, though. Hey, what's up? We're going to talk about games that have the best feel. Don't give me the best feels, because it's just say feelings or emotions. Don't call it feels. Giving me the feel. Get out of here. But I'm talking about games that just feel good. They feel good to play. They did a good job making them controllers do what them controllers do. God damn it. Go away. Right now. That's why I don't play keyboard and mouse. I can't even click on shit when I'm trying to just close a window. So, number one, we're looking at Inside. Not entirely sure why I put Inside on here. I might have been thinking about maybe not the way the game controls. I think it's a little floaty, a little kind of, I mean, it feels like Limbo again, but the way that it feels in that they time that game out in such a way to where you are being chased by something, or something's going to come crashing down on you, or something, and I'm going to say something a couple more times. It's timed to the exact moment to where, like, you leap on the fence and the dog just barely doesn't bite you as long as you don't stop pressing forward. Like, everything in that game is timed in such a way to instill so much, like, fear and anxiety in you. Though I've described that game as playing like a nightmare. It's not a scary game, but it feels like when you're having a nightmare and you just can't run fast enough, or you can't punch hard enough. Like, that is the way Inside feels at times, and it's something that's really cool that not a lot of games, or maybe any game, has ever like done for me before. So that one stays for now. It's got a kind of a different definition than what I originally intended, but it's a good one, and I'm going to leave that there. Super Hot. I think I'm referring to, okay, I got both of them on here, and they probably should be, but I think I'm going to do like /VR. I'm not going to have Super Hot win for, two different things here. You feel so fucking awesome in that game. I feel like you should play the non-VR version of this game first, just so you can feel cool. I'm getting tired of looking. Like, I don't know what this video is here that I posted, but according to this, it's the Division. Was there any FMV shit in the Division? I don't want to see that anymore. Well, anyway, I was saying you should play Super Hot non-VR first, because you're gonna feel really cool. But then get yourself a fucking helmet and put that on and play Super Hot VR, and then you're gonna know what fucking cool feels like. That shit is incredible. I didn't want to stop. Like, it was probably the longest time I've spent in VR was by playing Super Hot. Like, that was, oh my god, just incredibly cool. Like, reaching into the trunk of the car to grab out a couple like Uzis and hiding behind it. Like, I was on the ground in my room, like almost rolling around, avoiding bullets. Like, that, it's almost a lock already for like just best feeling game. Zelda Breath of the Wild kind of feels the way you would expect. I'm not really sure why I nominated this as like a best feeling game, but I don't know. I mean, I guess being able to climb every single surface in that game, gliding feels awesome. Just jumping off like the highest mountain and just cruising forever. That all feels really good. Combat though isn't great. I never like shot, like you could jump off the horse and go slow-mo and shoot the arrows and stuff. Like, that was cool. Didn't really feel that cool. It can stay on the list for now, but I don't think it's going to make its way into the top. Horizon Zero Dawn, another game that I'm not sure why I was thinking it felt cool. Like, the combat in that game's okay. It's maybe a little bit almost overly complicated. I don't ever really feel that cool running around in that game. And climbing, if you play Zelda, you can't go back to Horizon. You're going to feel like the game's broken. Okay, I'm supposed to be able to do more than this, right? Persona 5, again, to control that game, to move around in it, to navigate, I actually think I had some issues with it. I think I feel like the animation and the walking or the running, something was wrong with that, I think, where I was like finding myself kind of running into stuff as I was trying to run around the world. So I'm not sure why I put that on that list either. Flint Hook, we watched a little bit of Flint Hook stuff earlier. It's cool, the whole hook shot shtick that game does, hopping from ring to ring, and you can get some good momentum going at that game, but I'm not sure if it's going to hang in this category for best feeling game. It is a cool mobility feature that game has. Not a lot of other games have. Oh, what's up? I have someone in the chat here. I'm not talking about best game overall. I'm talking about best feeling game, just like what feels good to control and like run around. I'm doing like game of the year type stuff, but I actually don't have. I'm not even sure if I'm going to talk about the game of the year. I just have a whole lot of categories that I'm kind of going over here. That, let's see, like Mario Kart 8. For as far as racing games go, it feels good. I mean, it feels like a Mario Kart game, though. It's just drifting. It's tight. It feels good. The 200cc feels cool, but it's impossible to control. It's almost... I never got the hang of 200cc. I never really tried either, though, but it's on me. But I don't know. That doesn't hang on this list, I don't think, either. Next Machina, this thing loves to correct to machine. It's a traditional twin-stick shooter. If you like Robotron, if you like any other Housemarque game, you're going to like Nex Machina. It's going to feel really good. There's some dashing around that game does that feels pretty good. I know I gotta start getting rid of stuff. I'm going to leave it there for now. Dead Cells. Again, not technically out yet. It's a beta. It's early access, something like that. I forgot I bought it a while ago, but I think it's in early access. But it feels good, and they've done a lot to update that game just in the time. I bet if I played it right now, it's probably totally different than the last time I played, which was probably a couple months ago. But yeah, that game, it feels good. It animates really well, but it's kind of just doing the same thing over and over again. Splatoon 2 almost kind of makes me angry when I play it because I'm in between, where using dual joysticks doesn't work for me that well, and also I can't get the hang of the motion controls, which everybody claims that's the way to play that game. You want to, use motion controls. I might leave this on the best feel list if I maybe got used to the motion, but I never did. So for me, personally, in my experience, hanging out in there. Destiny 2 feels great. Shooting guns, punching things, jumping around, everything in that game feels really good. But is it that different from any other Bungie style shooter? No, probably not. And there are certain aspects of that game that actually feel kind of irritating and horrible, like Sparrow's control kind of terrible, and some of the different classes and their jumps and stuff feel a little wonky. Nidhogg 2 is just frantic craziness. I don't know if it feels great. It's fun to play, but it's not doing anything special. Everybody's Golf, I think I was just commending for sticking to that same 3-button style swing, like the starting of the wind-up, the power, and then the accuracy. Like, I like that they continue to do that. I could still, instinctively play that game where it's the same thing as it was on, like, PlayStation. I press the same button to line up, to get a view of the course. They haven't changed anything, and it feels great, but it's got to go. I got to get rid of some shit. Cuphead. It's Cuphead. It feels fucking fantastic. It's going to stay here for now. Mario Odyssey. It feels like fucking Mario. I think I put Mario Odyssey on a lot of these lists just so I can complain about it, because I'm not enjoying this game, but at the same time, I'm very upset that I didn't like Mario Odyssey. I don't know. It feels like a Mario game. You can do all the same things that you would think you could do, except now you can roll around like Sonic and do some other weird shit. And actually, the hat felt not good. No, sorry. Again, Mario Odyssey. Sorry. I thought maybe I could find some category I'd keep it in, but no, I'm not digging it. Night in the Woods, you just walk left and right. I'm not really sure where I was going with Night in the Woods. Also, Serial Cleaner. I mean, it feels good to run around sucking up blood and, dumping bodies and stuff, but it doesn't feel that well. If anything, I almost kind of remember feeling like ice skatey. Job Simulator, I just really enjoyed because everything that you did in that game, like, worked. Everything you wanted to try doing, every time you were like, let's see if this works, let's see if I can do this thing, like, it fucking did it. I remember I picked up a paper airplane and I threw it. I mean, obviously, it'd be real mean of them to design that and not have a paper airplane work, but what I'm saying is, like, it felt like I threw it, and it coasted as if I threw it. Like, it all felt like I was there in that world, and that was pretty cool. Wipeout, kind of, it gets weird with these, like, remakes and stuff. It feels like Wipeout, it looks great, it plays great. I cannot wait for the VR update. And as far as, racing games go, again, just like Mario Kart, it's doing it right, but nothing too special. Pyre, it's basically a visual novel almost, except for, I mean, it does feel fun to play the game in Pyre, like I forget what it's called, actually. Fuck, I just played it a couple days ago. But, is the game just called Pyre? I don't know. But, it's gotta go. Dino Frontier is a demo I played on VR, but it was super fucking cool. Like, so you have, I don't think I have it. Did I stream it? VR stuff. I think it was in the VR-a-thon. Yeah. So yeah, to be in this world and to, like, zoom in on this stuff, to, like, really get right down in there, move it around, be all, Minority Report about it. It really was pretty cool. But I think I'm already talking too long about it. It's definitely not going to hang in the best feel. It was a neat thing, but it doesn't. Thumper also, I mean, that game's so simplistic. It doesn't really belong here. My own case that I made for myself for Inside kind of makes me want to keep it on the list. I talked about that for a while. Super Hot VR kind of goes without saying. So we're basically looking for a third and a honorable mention here. I don't know if Cuphead feels that good. I mean, it looks great, it sounds great, plays great, but controlling the character isn't necessarily where I'm getting a lot of my joy from in that game. When you string some good combos together in Flint Hook, it does feel good. It feels really cool, and you want to do it more. But let's just go ahead and let's. I mean, Super Hot VR, you're number one for sure. And then from there, Job Simulator, and then, man, that case I made for Inside, but it's like outside the category. That's funny. Inside is outside. See what I did there on accident? And then I think you're getting honorable. And I'm trying to think to myself if it's just because I fucking love Nex Machina, or does it really feel that good? But I think why I like it so much is because it does feel right. Sometimes you can get a twin stick shooter so wrong, and it becomes super obvious that it's not that good. Also, yeah, dude, sorry, it's hard for me to check out the chat and do this at the same time. But yes, Destiny 2 was on my list of, I think it might be like my number 2, like, biggest letdown game. Because, yeah, it was disappointing. But yeah, I think that's it. My best feeling game, we got Super Hot VR. You can't contend with that. Job Simulator felt super cool. It's weird. I got 2 VR games on here. Inside, and then Nex Machina. All very fun games to just have a controller for and play around with. Super cool. So, that's the end of this category here. Come back for more.